Everyone who has lived several decades have experienced life. We have had highs, we have had lows, we have had victories. And one thing that I tend to do when things get rough is I forget to look back on the victories and go, hey, I accomplished this. God brought me through this. One thing that I do is I get discouraged and I get despondent. And ultimately what we have to realize is not all about us. A lot of it is about God. That's who I believe in. I believe in God. I believe God called me for a purpose. I believe that God is continuing to refine me. I'm 60 years old. I am Gen X. I grew up in the 80's and I thought I was pretty cool back then. But life tends to beat you up as you age, as you get beyond your 20s and 30s. You go through tough things and you fail. But we have to remember the times of victory, the times that God brought us through. I think back to 20 years ago. My wife and I were completely broke. We had no money. We had committed to go take care of her nephew and niece, my nephew and niece, in another state, and we couldn't afford it. We had no money. We had no way to get there. And I said, we have to back out. We have to say no. But she said, we gave our word. If we honor our word, God will provide. And so we spent everything that we had to get there and didn't know how we'd get home. But through a series of miracles, really, money came our way from unexpected sources. I do believe that when you trust God, He will bring you victories. And if you're going through a tough time, stop right now and just think, what was I going through in another period of life when God provided miraculously? Provision came because ultimately God is abundant. We limit Him. We beat ourselves up. We have this false narrative going through our minds saying, hey, dummy, hey, failure, hey, loser. But really, it's not about us. It's about trusting God. It's about putting our hands in His hands and allowing Him to build, to provide, to supply. So I say to you, and I say to me, God has it. It's in His hands. You have to let go. You have to stop thinking that you're less than God made you to be and just embrace who you were made to be and step into that and trust Him to guide you and to provide for you and to open doors and to shut doors that don't need to be opened.